Hello, my name is Darren. Welcome to Strange Solutions. I'm your host, and I think I'm live streaming, probably not where anybody can really see it. I'm doing this on Twitch, and I'm doing this for the first time, so hopefully for future times that I potentially stream, I may do better. But I kind of hope you're watching this, but that's fine if you're not. So here I am. I'm going to be playing as Ursula Downs and the final chapter of the Dunwich Legacy, and I am at the final, like I said, I'm at the final chapter, Lost in Time and Space. That's the word I was looking for. So I'm all set up here. So let's just go ahead and get right into it. We start off in Agenda 1A, All is One. Pathways of sound and color extend for an eternity in all directions, dotted with impossible architecture and overgrown with alien wildlife. The lines between objects are jagged and shifting, and your skin feels as if it were inside out. Forced, after you are moved to a location by an encounter card effect, take 1 horror, and it has a shroud value of 4. Act 1A, Out of This World. Somehow you must find your way across this alien landscape in order to find the nexus that was described in old Watley's tome. As an action, you can discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck, choose a location discarded by this effect, and resolve its revelation ability. And it takes 2 clues per investigator to advance the act. We start off in another dimension, which is a 6 shroud location. Forced, when a location enters play, move each investigator and unengaged enemy at that location. Sorry, when a location leaves play, did I read that wrong? Move each investigator and unengaged enemy at that location to another dimension. Cannot be canceled. Let's see what we've got here. So we will do our mulligan. I think I'm going to go ahead and discard Unearth the Ancients. So we've got a Magnifying Glass, a Eureka, Professor Warren Rice, an Emergency Cache. Kind of makes up for Rice. I think I'm going to just do that. I'll replace it with an Inquiring Mind. Alright, let's go ahead and get started. I think I am going to go ahead and use an action to play an Emergency Cache. I'm going to use an action to play Professor Rice. I'll play a Magnifying Glass for free. Totally free, no action, no cost. And I'm going to use the action on this to discard, on this to discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Wormhole, is that a location? That's a treachery. 2, Collapsing Reality. 3. Ursual Travels. Well, I'm not sad to see that go. Alright, so that's my 3 actions. I will come to the upkeep phase where I'll draw a card, gain a resource, add a Doom, and draw an encounter card, which is, oh boy, a Yithian Observer. It has a combat of 4, a health of 4, an agility of 3. Its prey is the fewest cards in hand, doesn't matter. Has a victory value of 1. Forced, when the Yithian Observer attacks you, discard 1 card at random from your hand. If you cannot, it deals +1 damage and +1 horror for this attack. And its base attack is 1 horror and 1 damage. Well, that's not what I needed, was an enemy this early in the game. So we are going to try to evade him at a 4 to 3. I'm going to commit a Eureka to that. And we'll call upon the Chaos die. That's the +1, so that's successful. That's action 1. We'll look at the top 3 cards of my deck. I think I'll pull the Perception. Discard. We'll do the encounter card deal as action 2. You know what? I'm going to place them here. 1, 2, 3. I can see if their location is easier. Final action, same thing. 1, 2. Oh, here we go. And you still discard the 3rd one. Please. Okay, yeah, because you actually choose. So that gets discarded. That gets discarded. Tear Through Space is a location. Is 1 shroud, 1 clue. It has Surge. Put Tear Through Space into play. So that will actually surge into Conglomeration of Spheres. Of course. Revelation. Oh, wait a second. You discard it. Nope, that's not true. But I would be drawing this during the encounter or during the Mythos phase. So Surge actually would not take place here because you discard it, not reveal it. But this will come out during the encounter or during the Mythos phase. So, but Revelation put it into play. Force at the end of the round, either place 1 Doom on it or discard it. And it is connected to Diamond, Triangle, Stop Sign, not this, not Circle, so I'll probably just let it go. Alright. Right. Enemy phase are currently no unengaged enemies. I'm not counting this because that would not have come out. Upkeep phase, I will draw a card and gain a resource. This guy will ready and engage me. And I will discard this. Alright. Mythos phase, we know is a conglomeration. This is already starting out to be really, really bad. And we need to add a doom. Boy, that conglomeration is going to take forever to get rid of. I'm just a 1, so I'm going to potentially fail a lot of those tests. Alright, we're going to try to evade here. We're going to evade the Observer at a 4 to 3. That's an auto fail. Do it again. Do that. I think we'll use my last action. I'm going to take the attack of opportunity and I'm going to put it here to do the encounter deck thing. 1, 2. It's not connected. I don't want that. 3. Let's see if I get another one. Okay, so I get to choose them. Okay, so I'm going to discard these 2. This is a Dimensional Doorway. Revelation, put Dimensional Doorway into play, then draw the topmost hex card of the encounter discard pile. Okay, topmost hex card is a Visions of Future Past. It is a willpower test of 5. For each point you fail by, discard the top card of your deck. So I am a 3 to 5. I'm going to go ahead and commit a Guts to that. Even though I'll probably fail it. I'd rather get some on it. Let's see. This might end up working out for me. Oh, okay. So let's do this one at a time. I'm going to discard the top 5 cards of my deck. Hyper Awareness, Pathfinder, Laboratory Assistant 3, Unearthly Agent 4, and a Dr. Ellie 5. Okay, so that gets rid of that. Gets rid of that. That gets rid of that. And then this said, okay, so now I'm going to do encounter cards till I find a location. It's an endless bridge. And although I technically can't move there, this says put location in play and move there. So that means I take a horror, which I put on rice. It might have ended up working out a little bit for me. Revelation, put the endless bridge in play and lose 2 resources, so that happened. Okay, so like I said, that is not connected to that, but is it connected to that? It is. Okay. Alrighty. Alright. Enemy phase, I'll take a damage and a horror that I will take on the noggin. Should I have a... I thought I had a trauma, but I don't guess so. Alright, but now I take a damage and a horror. I'll draw a card, gain a resource. Add a doom. And draw an encounter card. As a Prismatic Cascade. Revelation, put Prismatic Cascade into play and discard a random card from your hand. Not that upset about that one card. It's an Inquiring Mind. See, it is connected to another dimension. Is it connected to that? It is not. So I'm going to set it here. Should get 3 clues. Goes 2 Shroud. After the last clue is removed, you discard the Cascade. Okay. Alrighty. Blessed Conglomeration of Spheres. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to evade him. I'm going to 4/4. I'm going to use an Inquiring Mind to make myself 7/4. That's the +1. I will investigate. To get that clue. So I need 2 to advance this. I have 1 action left. Okay. My final action, I'm going to move to the dimensional doorway. I'm going to trigger Ursula's ability. So I'll be a 4, 5, 6 to 2. Could have done that when I moved to the bridge, but I would have taken another attack of opportunity. Chaos Bag. Whoops. I didn't have the -1 in there, so I'm going to redo that pull. It's a 0. And then I'm going to go ahead and spin the 2 clues to advance. A light shimmers in the distance, and you head toward it to investigate. The wispy light drifts away from you, floating through the realm's strange gateways, ascending looping staircases, and crossing through barriers you dared not cross earlier. With little chance of finding the Nexus on your own, you follow the light, hoping it's guiding you in the right direction. Put the set-aside Edge of the Universe in play. Nope, that's implications. So this is connected to the triangle and the moon, so it's connected to there. You must have at least 2 clues to get to there, so that I'm going to have to go back and get some clues. That's it. Oh, hold up. When I left the bridge, I either needed to put a doom on it or discard it. Actually going to discard it. Makes sense in a minute. That way, this guy goes back here. I think. Huh. Well, that actually brings up an interesting question. When you discard a location, what happens to the enemies that are there? I don't know. Well, I am going to put it there. If somebody knows something different, let me know. Maybe it's supposed to get discarded too. So, yeah, let me know. Anyway, into the beyond. You cannot continue to follow, or you continue to follow the wisp of light through the treacherous landscape. Though the treacherous landscape makes it difficult query to chase. As an action, discard the top 3 cards of the encounter deck. Choose a location discarded by this effect and resolve its revelation ability. If an investigator enters the edge of the universe, advance. A moment here. Alright. So, that was the end of my turn. So I have to spend two resources, or I'd have to shuffle that into the encounter deck. Okay. Upkeep phase, I will draw a card and gain a resource. Mythos phase, we would add a doom, but that meets the doom threshold, so we'll flip. Familiar Echoes. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Then discard cards from the top until a location is discarded. The lead investigator resolves that location's revelation ability. These are all things that I'm not sad to see go. Tear through space. Revelation, put Tear through space into play. Forced, at the end of the round, either place 1 doom on Tear through space or discard it. So I got some time on this one. Now am I connected here? It's connected to diamond, triangle, stop sign, and this is not connected. But is it connected to here? No. Is it connected to here? It is. Alright, so let's go back to here. Okay. Let's see. So we need to advance to Agenda 2A, which I almost forgot. Past, present, and future. As you cross this realm, you catch occasional glimpses of reality, scenes from old memories, more recent visions from the past few days, and sometimes even events that you do not remember ever happening. Forced, after you're moved to a location by an encounter card effect, take 1 horror. Alright. So, I think I'd like to see a couple more cards. So I'm going to... Nope, I've got out. Yeah, I should have used him when I cleared those clues. Alright, so I think first action I'm just going to do this. 1, 2, there's a bridge. Let's do 3 because we get to choose. Okay, so these two get discarded and the bridge comes in. That's going to be it. Revelation put endless bridge into play, lose 2 resources. I think that's connected to this, so it'll be blue diamond it is, so I lose 2 resources. Oop. After investigator leaves endless bridge, place 1 doom on endless bridge or discard it, and is connected to stop sign and Corley Q. That's a stop sign. Ooh. So, actually during the enemy phase, would this have hunted? That's connected to that. No. Yes. I'm guessing the conglomeration would have moved here last turn. I don't know. Let me give me your opinion. Alright, so this is connected here. Alright, so let's go back to here. Alright, so that was my first action. Second action, I'm going to move to the bridge. I'm going to trigger her ability. Be a 4, 5, 6 to 4. 7, 8 to 4. Really? I'll investigate at a 4, 5, 6 to 4. I'm going to just go like that. I'm not going to take that ability, actually. And I'm going to use my last action to investigate again at a 6 to 4. Whoops. That's a fail. If you fail, discard cards from solid locations. Move location there. Tear through space. So I move there. Take a horror. Those away. That gets put into the encounter. Discard. Place 1 doom on it or discard it. What is it connected to? Is it connected to this? So that's a blue diamond. Or the blue triangle. It is. But I've used all my actions. So enemy phase. The conglomeration will move here. I will upkeep. I will draw a card. Ooh, haunted. And gain a resource. I will put a doom on this one, but not on this one, so this will get discarded, and I'm putting that conglomeration back. If somebody knows better, again, I would love to know. Alright, and then we'll add a doom here for 2, and draw an encounter card. Okay, this is a Yithian Starseeker. It spawns at another dimension. Thank goodness. It has Retaliate. It is a 3 combat, 4 health, 5 evade. Forced when it attacks an investigator with more than 10 cards in its discard pile, place 1 doom on the Starseeker. Pain is going to be that eventually I might have to go there. Alright. Alrighty. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to use 2 actions to discard Haunted. I'm going to use my last action to move back to the bridge. I would have had to have put a doom on that, but I still would be okay because I'd have been at 3. Alright. I'm going to do this investigate at a 4, 5, 6 to 4. Come on, Chaos Bag, be nice this time. This is through her free trigger. That's a fail. Alright, enemy phase. I'm going to move the conglomeration again. Let's see, is it connected here? Let's see, that's stop sign, diamond. Okay, it would actually move here because that would be closer. Investigator phase, I will draw a card, gain a resource. I will discard this, which sends the conglomeration back again. We'll add a doom and draw an encounter card. That has surge, so this time we will draw another encounter card, but I will, and then I'll handle this. Put Revelation, put Terran's base to play at the end of the round, blah 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 blah. And it surged into Endless Bridge. Revelation put Endless Bridge into play and lose 2 resources. After it leaves play, place 1 doom on it or discard it. Or after you leave it, you place a doom on it or discard it. And I will lose 2 resources. Pardon me. Alright, my actions. I'm going to investigate. 6 to 4. Investigate again. 6 to 4. Alright. This time I'm not going to forget rice. Ooh, okay. Last action, I will move into the dimensional doorway. I will discard this endless bridge. Alright. Enemy phase. I'm not going to move him because I would just move him here because this would be the closest, I think. This might. No, this would be. Yep, he would move here, actually. I'll lose 2 resources. Our upkeep phase, I'll draw a card, gain a resource, then I would have lost the 2, but it didn't really matter. I still end up with 2. Mythos phase, I will discard this. Add a doom. And draw an encounter card. Prismatic Cascade again. Discard random card from my hand. Some manual decks. Ooh, that was kind of the one card I wanted to keep because I'm going to have to evade this guy, I think, here in just a minute. Alrighty. We're gonna just kind of go for it here. I'm gonna spend 2 clues to go into the edge of the universe. Oh no, it just says you must have at least 2 clues. It doesn't say spend the clues. Ah, that's good to know, actually. Okay. Edge Universe is a 2-shroud location with 2 clues per investigator. You must have at least 2 clues in order to move to the edge of the universe. Oh, okay. Investigators at the edge of the universe cannot draw cards during the upkeep phase. Oh, that's going to be hard for me to remember. And then this advances. This is action 1 as an FYI. I haven't used her reaction just yet. The World's Edge. You reach an impossibly dense pitch black void and realize that this place is where all of reality and all that is and all that ever will be ends. In its center you see a minuscule rift suspended just out of reach. When you peer through the tear, you are surprised to see the peak of Sentinel Hill. Somehow you've reached the other side of the rift. You must now find a way to close it for good. Close the rift. And the unearthly stones on the ground are inscribed with some sort of seal. Approaching them causes a voice to enter your mind, speaking an alien tongue. As an action, discard the top 3 cards in the encounter deck, choose a location, blah, blah, objective only investigators at the edge of the universe may spend the requisite number of clues as a group to advance. I'm going to go ahead and trigger her reaction. So I will investigate at a 4, a 5, 6 to 2 chaos bag. That's a -2, so that's a success. And we will we're going to go ahead and investigate. That's a -2, so that's a pass. We use Rice's ability to draw a card. Alright, and then I'm going to spend 3 clues to advance. You are utterly mending the tear. You are utterly exhausted with no idea as to what can be done to close the rift. It is too distant to touch, and nothing you do has any effect. There is nothing here to guide you apart from the unearthly words that are seeping into your mind. Just then you hear a familiar voice within the echoing chorus, and you feel yourself compelled to repeat it. Claude Oseme, you whisper at first, the words on the tip of your tongue. You close your eyes to concentrate, and the echo grows louder. When it ends, you open your eyes, and you face nothing but an inky abyss, and the terror has vanished. Remove the edge of the universe from the game. Let's see, maybe this tells you. So I move to another dimension. In just a second. I still have an action left as an FYI. Put the set aside tear through time location into play. Locations. Okay. I have 1 action left. I've got a mess here. I mean, I'm taking some damage this go around, but I'd rather not take this too. But 5 is going to be real hard, especially since I don't think I have a single agility icon in hand. And he's going to be getting a doom. It wouldn't matter because it's going to pop this round anyway. Alright, I'm going to try to evade the Yithian Observer. As my final action, 4 to 3, Chaos Bag. That's a fail. That might be the end of my game here, folks. This may have ended before it got started good. Alright, enemy phase. The conglomeration moves back. It's going to attack for damage and a horror, which I'll just put on Rice. Yep, this is probably the end, ladies and gentlemen. The Yithian Observer does 2 damage and a horror and gains a doom. And the Observer does a damage and a horror. And I discard card at random. What was the disc? Alright. Upkeep phase, I'll draw a card, gain a resource. We will add a doom, but that meets the doom threshold, so we'll just remove all doom in play. And we'll flip. The price of failure. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Then discard cards from the top until a location is discarded. The lead investigator resolves the location revelation effect. We're going to do the same thing where we're going to put them here. Steps. Relation puts steps into play. Then draw the topmost madness card in your discard pile. I don't think I have one. Nope. Ha! That part fizzled. When you would leave steps, test willpower. If you fail, shuffle it instead of moving to your original go. Okay. Probably not going to go there. Let's see. So what's this say? Check your campaign log. If at least one name is recorded under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, which there was, read the following. You hear a familiar voice calling out to you, and you enter an impossibly shaped building of cracked stone. No, don't, the voice cries. You rush toward the voice, down a set of steep, narrow stairs. Reaching the bottom, you find yourself in the hidden chamber from Dunwich. Bound by shackles, you see those you failed to save, bloodied and maimed. A creature with a man's face feeds from a corpse on the ground. The head of the corpse turns to face you, and a sharp pain stabs your heart. Each investigator tests willpower X, where X is the number of names recorded under Sacrifice to Yog-Sothoth, which I think is 1. Give me just a moment. Yep, Earl Sawyer, so it's just 1. Okay, let's see what's in my hand. So this is going to be a 3 to 1. Yeah, we'll just take it at 3 to 1. Oh my goodness. For each point you fail by, take 1 damage. Oh, it's just 1. So there's only 1 recorded. Okay. Breaking through. Throughout this warped dimension, no matter where you travel, there is a haunting shape in the distance. At first it appears as a disk, like a black moon with many wriggling arms, but as time passes you can tell it is growing larger and larger. Forced after you're moved to a location by an encounter card effect, take a horror. Okay, well, we are kind of in trouble here, folks, because we've got all this to deal with. Kind of feel like maybe if I can get rid of 2, I can move. Nope, because he's going to kill me. If I could get rid of him, and then move with him. Nope, I'm going to die on the upkeep phase. I don't see a way out of this, my friends. Even if I happen to draw, I've got a plan. I only have 1 clue, which doesn't kill any of these things. And then hitting them a second time is going to be hard. I don't see a way out, because I got 3 enemies. That's the thing about Seekers, in general. Like, she has done really good. And in fact, I don't think, even if I'd had a disc, the only question I have is when this was at a location that vanished. Location. Yeah, see, this tells me, yeah, when a location leaves play, that enemy comes to another dimension. So that tells me what happens. I mean, I could just sit here and invade for all eternity. But eventually I'm going to fail one, and probably that one. And as soon as I do, yeah, I mean, it's over. And I just have the 3 actions. Unless I happen to grab a shortcut. If I happen to grab a shortcut, that would help. So let's try here. We're going to be at a 4 to 4 on the against the conglomeration. Yeah, I just have to fail one of these tests. I don't have any agility. I can toss that, but I'll need it for that. Alright. And try the well, let's try the easiest one first. The Lithium. This will be 4 to 3. Chaos Bag. Ha! I failed that one. Yep, that's it. That's game. So, well, I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be. Let's try the conglomeration next. This will be game. Well, now the last thing. The Star Seeker. Yeah, even if I move to a location, it doesn't matter because that's my last action. And then the enemy phase, I'll take a horror from that, from moving. And then the enemy phase, I'll be at 7. So it was a good valiant try by Ursula. I think I did mess up a few times where I didn't trigger Rice's reaction. Not sure if it would have helped to have drawn cards, but potentially. But anyway, yeah, this has been fun. I'm sure nobody actually saw it live, but that's fine. Maybe next time I'll try and be a little bit more astute about it and figure out where to find the link to watch me on Twitch, because I was broadcasting through Twitch. But I did record this for YouTube as well. So, as usual, if you want to get in contact with me, let's start there. Around most of the places, including Twitch, I am Jacques Steampunk. Of course, if you want to get in contact with me, you can contact me through the Reddit or through the YouTube channel. Like, subscribe, and leave any comments below or questions if you have any. And finally, as always, thanks for watching, and have a great day.